Hey guys, and welcome to my next reaction to Classic Who and to my final reaction with the First Doctor. So, something that I find kind of interesting that I really didn't think about too much until just recently, that when I think of Classic Who, when I think of Classic Who and the image that like kind of comes up in my head or whatever, it's the First Doctor. It's the First Doctor, and that's it. Obviously that might change over me continuing on and everything like that, but for years it's just been the First Doctor. I attempted in a reaction that the footage got all kinds of fracked up, basically. You know, a reaction to An Unearthly Child years ago. Right before I started season 5 of New Who, I believe. Because it was right when I moved to this house and everything. And so, you know, I watched that, and then for the next Christmas, which was my first Doctor Who December, I did the Daleks, and then the next kind of holiday season, I guess, I did the second Doctor Who December with the Edge of Destruction, and then I got into, you know, watching the First Doctor throughout this whole year. And it's just that for years, whenever I thought of Classic Who, I thought of, or I think still of William Hartnell. And I'm just like, I'm sad. I'm a little emotional, and I don't know how emotional the rest of these episodes are going to be. I don't know. I don't know any of that, but I'm feeling a little sad that it's over. After all, you know, all of the stories, and yeah, I don't know. I just feel really sad, but you know, I'm excited to see other Doctors, and I'm sure each and every one of you, like when you think of Classic Who, you probably, maybe you think of specific Doctor, maybe not, and it might be somebody different. It might be somebody who made a Doctor that made a big impact and whatever, and you know, but just, it's kind of crazy when I think about it that I'm going to be continuing on in Classic Who and the First Doctor is not going to be there. And like, obviously I know that that's the nature of Doctor Who, but it's crazy. I feel like it's been a long time where I've really thought of Classic Who surrounding around the First Doctor. And I am going to miss him. I am going to miss how unbelievably grumpy and sassy he is, and how there's really a sweet person under that hard exterior that he puts out. And yeah, so let's get into this video and let's, you know, say goodbye to the First Doctor. Oh God. Oh my God. Whoa. I'm not ready yet.
Are you experiencing any power loss?
Hey, that voice sounds familiar.
Repeat, any power loss.
You sound very head up down there.
So what we have to do is get you down now.
Oh God. Oh no.
Fine time he picks for a kick.
He just seems to be worn out.
Well, look, there's nothing we can do till the quack gets here anyway. Come on.
Don't say that.
Right.
Oh no.
Now look, son. Earth is being drained of its energy by this so-called planet Mondas, whatever it's called.
Well, there's nothing we can do about it, Eldon.
I said we can do something.
That guy's just accepting his fate.
It's impossible. By using the Z-bomb.
Oh, no.
You can't do that. I can and I will.
What about the
Uh-oh.
radiation?
We must know exactly what we are doing.
But there isn't time.
Yes.
We'll have to take a chance.
I need you to.
No,
Okay.
General. You must take no precipitate action.
Yes, sir.
Take a breath.
You'll give me authority to take any action necessary against the Cybermen?
Yes, of course. You must do all you can.
Don't try to.
Yes, sir.
No, don't even.
You are going to program that bomb so that it hits Mundus at a time when my son's robot is taking them to the far side of the Earth.
But there are no guarantees of success.
Okay. Like, it's so weird because sometimes I like that guy and then sometimes I don't.
Must be a way out of here somewhere.
You can do it, Ben. You're pretty nifty. Ooh, picking a lock and everything. Come on, Ben. I don't really know what you're gonna do with like the doctor, but you know. No, you guys know how I feel about fucking vents with my claustrophobia.
Wait, sir.
Stop, Ben.
Poppy, wait! Fight off the Cybermen until Monmouth is destroyed. It would probably mean the end of Cutler's son, but that's one life against millions.
You know, he's a very ruthless man.
Poppy, pretend to follow his orders, but in fact make sure the rocket doesn't go off.
1,500 miles.
Okay, Polly.
We'll let them land and then ambush them with their own weapons. Put the whole base on red alert.
Very good, sir.
To go and see Ben. You may be able to help. Hurry before it's too late.
Oh, well, Ben's making his way somewhere. Oh, thank God. Get him out of there so he doesn't go in the vent.
That ventilator shaft leads straight into the rocket silo. And I doubt if I could get into it. It'd be a tight squeeze. But I might. Although if it leads into the rocket silo, we'll need a radiation, sir. No, the top half is screened.
Ben, no.
We need a screwdriver. Well, I've got this knot. Oh, that will do. Now, unscrew the panel. The silo then. Now, look, this is what you have to do. You come out of the ventilator shaft, down the ladder at the side.
Oh, man. Ben, whew, I'm glad I'm not you right now. Well, okay. I mean, it's not as tight as some TV shows have been lit, but music's giving me a little bit anxiety right now. You didn't notice Ben up there. Go, Ben, go!
We should wake up.
I do too. I don't want the, like, last First Doctor reaction and not have the First Doctor. You know what I'm saying? Oh! Are you awake? No. Oh, it was the... Oh. Alright. Not the most graceful, but let's get to it. Holy shit!
Rocket's gone.
Oh my god!
Listen,
Oh,
just better
poor
make a
Ben.
good job of that one.
He just flung him the fuck over.
Who's that?
Oh, Ben.
I'll tell you later.
Radar vectors check. T-minus 150 and counting. T-minus 140
God.
and counting.
I feel like it's not gonna. It's not gonna
Booster
work.
gyros on.
Oh shit!
T-minus 20 seconds.
Oh boy. They're really building up the tension right now.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Oh, of course. Of course. Of course.
T-minus 15 seconds.
Here we frackin' go.
Blast off!
Oh, that old man. Now go get him up here.
Ah!
He's gonna get worse.
Oh!
Get him up.
Johnny! Yes,
Ah!
yes. Lester, some buddy of mine is wearing a bit thin.
Do you mean wearing a bit
Oh, it's a funny child, don't worry. Oh, so look, dear boy.
Oh.
Buckley, I'm gonna give you one more chance or you're gonna get killed with them.
Oh my god.
I can't see through. Get that signal back.
Oh shit.
Could be a power failure.
Come on, man. You are the end.
Oh. Okay.
Landed.
All right.
You killed my son. So now I'm going to kill you and I'll start on
Ah! Oh my god. god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Anyone who moves will be killed instantly.
Oh my god.
We know why you came here. So why not stay and live with us in peace?
I don't think that's gonna work out.
Anyone who moves will be killed instantly. And to make sure you do this, we will take 2 hostages. That girl will go to the spacecraft.
Look, if you want a hostage, what about me?
You are needed to help with the warhead.
What kind of a chair is that? It's horrible.
I swear if they turn... no. No. Oh my god. Oh my... Okay, that's really terrifying. Can we stop zooming in? Can we stop? Can we stop? There you go. Okay. Ugh.
What is your second objective? It's quite obvious, isn't it? The next action of the Earth? Ben! Please do not help them!
The doctor told us to play for time, right? I've got an idea. Marvellous. Well, I might at least hear it. I don't hear any bright suggestions coming from you two guys.
Oh!
It could be that they're afraid of radioactivity. Let's get this one inside and see what it does to him. Help!
Oh!
So all we've got to do is sit tight until Mondas breaks up like the doctor said. Well, we've got them. Yeah, but they've still got the doctor and Polly.
Well, gentlemen, stay with me.
That's true.
The answer is no. We'll just sit tight here until Mondas breaks up. Now then, you better release the doctor and Polly and send them down here.
Take the old man out to the spacecraft.
You will regret this.
Oh!
If you fail, you will never see your friends again.
Oh. Okay. They're together? That would be great.
Doctor,
Oh god.
do you mean it's going to blow up, do you?
No, I don't know, child. It is an unknown power.
Doctor, I'm scared.
Oh.
What's it worry then? Well, if we extracted the reactor rods, they could be carried for a short distance, but it would be a very tricky operation. Well, there's our only hope. So why not try, eh? We need your help anyway, okay?
Oh, Ben.
Gently, now, very gently. Stand by the emergency power switch. The lights will be beaming any second now.
Oh boy. Oh. Okay, I guess they're gonna do that. They're gonna. Okay.
Now!
Oh. Oh! Oh!
Hey, they've still got the doctor and Polly. Hey, wait! If you try and tackle the spacecraft on your own, you don't stand a chance. Draw them here. Is that wise? But if that spaceship takes off, we're never going to see them again. We may bring them all in on us. Yeah, that's a risk we've got to take.
Oh! Man, Ben really likes Polly.
Look! There they are.
Resist, useless, drop your weapons.
Oh.
Fantastic.
Oh. Oh!
It's falling to bits.
Oh my god.
They've disintegrated.
Oh no!
Dependent on power. Snooker Produce 5, what is your fuel position?
It's okay, everything's suddenly working normally. What about getting me down?
We've been on emergency power. Doctor!
Ben!
Oh.
Ben, help me, get me out of
Don't
this.
panic, I'll have you ask soon.
Oh,
What's the matter with the doctor?
I don't know when the lights went out. He just seemed to faint.
Hey, come on, doctor, wakey, wakey, it's all over now.
It's all over. That's what you said.
No.
It's far from being all over.
All right, Doctor.
Let's go now.
Are we going to go back and say goodbye or anything?
No. It won't.
Oh, I mean, like, don't leave him there. He's not gonna leave him there. Okay, that just like, it just came out of nowhere. No, it didn't come out of nowhere. I knew it was gonna happen, but it just didn't. It was just really quick at the end. Like right? Like, that's just, I don't know, that's my first reaction to that. Okay, I have a lot to say. I am kind of sad that there wasn't more of the First Doctor in these, you know, final 2 episodes for him. But I think, like, just everything that was going kind of on behind the scenes and everything, I guess, that they explored in An Adventure in Space and Time, and I do know that I should probably rewatch that and cry. I cried the first time I saw it, so I'm sure it'll happen the second time even more, maybe. But before I go into the First Doctor, I just wanted to kind of say that I enjoyed this story a lot. It was kind of interesting that they just, you know, what happened to Mondas and kind of the action that needed to take place, or the actions that didn't need to take place in order to resolve everything. I did actually kind of enjoy that, and everybody trying to figure it out. I thought that this story was really great. When it comes to, I liked the plot. I liked that when they introduced the Cybermen, it was actually a pretty big threat right off the bat, and kind of really terrifying. I mean, I still, you know, like, I'm not like super scared at this moment, but the idea of everything that the Cybermen wanted to do, and they not having any, you know, emotions or care about it, genuinely, I think that that's the horrifying thing about them, and I find them in general to be pretty scary. I've always found them a little bit scarier than the Daleks, and I know that that's maybe not a popular opinion. I'm not entirely sure how everybody feels about it, so I don't know. I feel like this story is really special in a lot of ways, and for it to be, you know, the first Cyberman story. I mean, it wasn't my first Cyberman story, but it's the first Cyberman story, and for that to kind of get introduced when I'm, you know, emotionally prepping myself to say goodbye to the First Doctor is really, I don't know, it just, I felt like it was a good story to end his journey on. So I'm going to talk about the First Doctor for just a little bit. Obviously, next week, if you guys are not aware, next week is going to be my full-on First Doctor review. Oh my goodness, just I feel like there's a lot to cover and everything. And I will, in that video, let you guys know what my top 5 favorite stories were for the First Doctor. Okay. Like I said at the beginning of this reaction, you know, I'm really, you know, it's, when I think of Classic Who, I think of the First Doctor. And there's something really, really delightful about him. I love how, you know, really at the beginning of his time as the Doctor, he was, I mean, he's still grumpy, let's be real, and just really, with the attitude and the sass that I live for. I absolutely live for. But I think at the beginning of his time on the show, let's say, you know, he really, I think, had a care very strongly for Susan, but maybe not a ton of other people. In the sense of, like, I think he cared for other people, but I think maybe, you know, he didn't really let people in. And watching the episodes, you know, go as they went on, and seeing how he maybe was able to open up to Barbara and open up to Ian. I mean, I think that, and I know that I have a really, really high place and a high opinion of those two, and you guys know that. This is not a surprise to anybody, but I love that. I think we might owe Barbara and Ian a lot for kind of maybe teaching the Doctor to open up, and that there are people that he can really love and care for. I love just his kind of journey, and you know, I'm Classic Who or the first Doctor maybe didn't have as distinctive an arc as maybe, you know, some arcs in New Who, maybe with the, you know, the 10th Doctor or the 12th Doctor, or whoever, where it was really kind of intertwined into the writing and everything like that. However, I believe that he did go on you know, a bit of a journey to find certain people, find certain companions that have really brought out little different aspects of him. You know, the way that he is with Vicky was always really delightful, and the bond that he got, you know, with Stephen was really, I feel like, strong, and in the sense of they really went through a lot together with the Daleks' master plan and everything like that. And you know, I'm just really, honestly, I'm going to miss him. I find him to be wonderful, and the way that William is able to portray such a, like, grouchy man, you know, like, in general, grouchy and sassy and always has a comeback or whatever, and not have it come off as him being a complete and utter asshole. Like, he has these moments of that type of personality all the time. And I find it just endearing. I find it endearing, and I don't think that that's an easy thing to actually pull off. Let me be very clear. He's able to embody a certain amount of authority, a certain amount of kind of demanding respect from people, but also have a certain amount of whimsical vibe to his character. And, you know, he's the original. He's the one that, you know, everybody else, you know, probably based a little bit of their performance on, and so on and so forth. And then the second Doctor and the third Doctor, and I'll see how I feel about their performances and everything like that. I think I have a weird idea in my head of how they all are and stuff, but I'm very excited to explore more and to get into it, and I can't wait to see, like, who is actually going to be my favorite Classic Who Doctor. But right now, I mean, the first Doctor's reigning champ, because I really did find him so very delightful in all of these stories. I really, really thought he was amazing. You know, I go through Classic Who where I said to myself, I'm going to be doing Classic Who this year every week. And at the beginning of the year, you know, I've obviously seen some before. I you know, saw 3 stories before really getting into it before, you know, where it would be every week this year. And I was a little worried. There was a part of me that was like, if I don't like a couple of the stories, or if they don't translate too well, or, you know, whatever it is, you know, it's going to be a long year. And I promised you guys that I was going to watch all of the, you know, First Doctor stories. I promised that to you guys. And like, so I was like, I'm gonna do this. And I just hope that I enjoy it, because if I didn't enjoy it, then, whew, guys, it would have been absolutely, it would have been tough. It would have been, you know, a longer journey. And I cannot tell you how much, with the writing, and everything that there were maybe a couple that maybe weren't my favorite, but I enjoyed watching pretty much every single, you know, story. And, you know, I definitely think that Ian and Barbara were a big part of that, for a good portion of that. But, you know, you cannot discount the power of what the writing has been, and what, you know, the First Doctor really brought as a character to all of these stories and to this universe. And I'm just, honestly, I'm a bit heartbroken. I'm a bit heartbroken. But he was lovely. Just lovely. So next week I'm going to be getting into my First Doctor review and talk about this whole year and everything. Just so you guys know, there is going to be a little bit of a break in Classic Who. I've mentioned this in a couple of reactions before. Hopefully you guys I just need to, I'm kind of trying to find a really good breaking point in all of my shows leading into kind of December holiday season. This is, in the last 2 years, this is the first year that I am not going to be working myself to death in December. I'm actually going to spend time with my family. I don't think people maybe understand how much I really did sacrifice for the first 2 Doctor Who Decembers. And I'm not saying that I will never do a Doctor Who December again. I just need to actually focus on spending some time with my family and everything like that during the month of December. So we're rounding it out with the First Doctor, and then when I come back and all of that, I'll let you guys know what's going on with all of the Second Doctor stories, and I'm excited to get into that. But for, you know, what this was for this year, I just want to say thank you all so much for watching and going on this journey with me of watching these First Doctor stories and his era, if you want to say it like that. I really appreciate your support. I genuinely do. You guys have been so wonderful all year round. And I will see you next week for the review. Take care. is a Dalek gonna fight Dracula? Because I'm here for it.